Hello, Divine Feminines. Happy Saturday to you. I hope you're all having a good weekend. Just as a quick reminder, today is the last day that we're going to have our 50% off sale for one-on-ones and tarot readings. It's just an extension of Black Friday, so the coupon code for that is Black Friday. Again, it's 50% off all of our tarot readings, all of our 30, 60, 90, and 2-hour tarot readings are 50% off, and personal coaching calls for myself, Cam, and Brent are also 50% off. They won't be that low again until next year. And so if you are wanting to purchase them, right now is the last day that we'll have that. We will have another sale coming up for Christmas. Sorry, you guys. I still have this dumb sickness. But anyway, we will have another, sale coming up for Christmas and for New Year's, but it will not be 50% off. So just want to let you guys know. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. And if you guys could, please like and subscribe on this video as well. If you enjoy our tarot readings, it really helps us out a lot. So today we are going to do a Divine Masculine reading. I'm going to use a spread that I have not used in a while, that I used to love a lot, and I just haven't used it for a while. I just kind of got out of using it. So I thought it would be fun today to go back to this layout, because the reason why I've always used it is one of the fun things about twin flames is that you are two souls, or not, sorry, let me start that over. You are two bodies with one soul, right? So, two paths, one destination. And that's what this spread is the two paths that are leading to the one destination. So it's going to look at your energy. It's going to look at your Divine Masculine's energy, what connects the two of you, and a message from Spirit, as well as a potential outcome. Where is it that your soul is trying to guide you on your separate paths? Because you have the same underlying energetic goal, even though it's coming out with two separate paths because it's two bodies. So the way I've always explained it is you have two hands, right? You have a left hand and a right hand, but this hand right here may have dice in it, and this hand right here has some cards. So this hand right here cannot feel the cards, and this hand right here cannot feel the dice. However, I feel there's two experiences happening simultaneously. So this hand can't experience this one so far. You guys get it, right? So, but the soul experiences both. So you and your Divine Masculine are like that. You have two bodies. You're performing two different tasks here. You're going through two different experiences, but they're being experienced by the soul simultaneously as one experience. And so you're transcending kind of this separation consciousness. It's leading you back to unity consciousness, but there's a whole process involved in it. For the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, it's going to look differently. It's not ever going to look the same. So let's get into this today. I'm going to get you guys your numerology number, which is 66. 2 6s. And then we have, of course, 12 in there too, which is a beautiful and magical number. Okay, so let's get into this. We're going to first look at your Divine Masculine's energy. So for this, we have the Chariot. Your Divine Masculine's energy with a Chariot coming up is that there's a lot of action-oriented decisions that they are making. They're far more in the physical aspect of all of that. Like, what is it that they're going to do to make changes? Action comes first in order for change to happen for them. Now, on a spiritual level, sometimes that can actually be backwards. Inspired action, following intuition, is wonderful. But if we are out there trying to change everything on a physical level, you know, not being in touch with that spiritual aspect of ourselves or the intuitive part of ourselves, we can really do a lot of spinning of our wheels, right? It's like trying to change the way that your reflection looks in the mirror by manipulating the mirror. As much as you try to change the reflection in the mirror, you can't if you're just trying to manipulate the mirror image itself. It's a real image, but it's just that, it's an image. It's not the source. It's not the generator of the image itself. And so even if you were to break the mirror into 1,000 pieces, you'd still get 1,000 of the same reflections. You cannot change the reflection at that level. Now, if you recognize that there's a source, then you can go and check, you know, you can change the reflection at the source. You can change your hair, you can put makeup on, you can do whatever you want, and you'll get a different reflection in the mirror. But it's only then and that will happen. So it's like that. Your divine masculine is trying to do a lot of things to change their reflection in life of what they're getting, but they're doing it at that level, kind of like that base level of trying to do it just in the 3D world. Okay. And there's a part of them that really needs to kind of go through that awakening process to recognize where the true issues really lie. Okay. Your energy is the Fool. So of course this is adventurous. You're on a new journey. You have been going through an awakening. You are recognizing that there is a source to the reflection, and you are starting to make changes at that level, which is new to you because you were like this before too. But you're going through this awakening, and it's bringing you into this whole new world, which is full of mystery, excitement, fear, you know, depression, the unknown. There's so many things that come along with embarking on this new journey. And it is absolutely going to lead you where you need to go. And because you are two souls, or sorry, I keep saying two souls, because you are two bodies, one soul, two paths, one destination, you doing this work on your own, of course, is going to affect your divine masculine. But don't be fooled by this, okay? It's easy to judge divine masculine for where they're at and say, oh, well, divine masculine, they just don't get it. They're not enlightened yet. But the thing is it's, you know, two different tasks being performed by two different hands for the greater good of the cause, right? So if I'm, you know, messing with this over here, messing with this over here, both are very important and relevant regardless of what they're doing. That's how duality works. And you and your divine masculine are a physical representation of duality here. And so both sides of the coin are valuable and important. Your divine masculine going through this journey in the way that they are is exactly what the soul needs. And you have to learn to trust that. That's part of the divine feminine's journey, is trusting that the soul knows what it's doing. Okay. It's elevating yourself from the physical plane up into that spiritual plane. All right. So next card is, what are their blockages? What are the kinds of things that they're having to overcome for the greater good of the soul, right? So for this, we have Knight of Swords in reverse. There's some kind of crazy energy going on in your divine masculine's world. Is probably some type of a extraordinarily toxic relationship that violence may have even been a part of that at some point. It could be that your divine masculine is being treated extraordinarily unfairly, or maybe they've even done some of that themselves, unfortunately. It could be that they have come from a really difficult past. Whatever your divine masculine, kind of like their family of origin, there could have been a lot of violence and pretty severe abuse that has really changed how they see themselves and how they view the world. And it may be a very difficult and strong filter for them to overcome. And that may be keeping them in a place of not being able to achieve some of their goals because they can't get past the patterning and the programming that came from that. And it may be affecting a current relationship as well. These are deep-rooted issues that your divine masculine is dealing with. And again, it comes from something extraordinarily difficult very kind of scary stuff that they experienced at some point in time. Again, it may not be family of origin or of origin. It could be something that happened to them later on in life. It could be something where they experienced an extremely difficult car accident. It could be, you know, that their house burnt down. It could be whatever it is, you know, it's been life-changing and difficult. It's like climbing up a hill. They haven't even gotten halfway up that hill and crested over the top in order to kind of get on the other side of it. There's still a lot more that they're going to need to overcome, but that's the journey that they're on. And I promise you that there's a purpose for it. It wouldn't have happened. There's no such thing as chance, coincidence, you know, mistakes or anything on this journey. Everything happens for a divine purpose and reason. So having compassion and understanding, and then also, you know, a deep-seated knowing that all things happen for a reason. You know, you can come at something from a place of compassion when you know that. It's like a part of the, and also gratitude that they're taking that difficult path right now. There's a big shadow that your divine masculine is having to overcome on this journey. You have one as well, though. So let's look at your blockages. For you, we have King of Cups in reverse. So you've had some difficulties in your life as well that may kind of mirror some of the things that your divine masculine has been through. You've also experienced certain types of abuse. You've also had maybe a difficult childhood. Maybe you've had a hard marriage where you were treated very unfairly. Maybe at times there was some reactive abuse from both you or your divine masculine, maybe even sometimes toward each other when triggering took place. You know, at that time when, you know, you guys kind of split and go into like whatever a separation phase is, there could have been a lot of triggering due to the fact that you both have a lot of pretty deep and severe traumas that you've had to really, really take a deep, hardcore look at on this journey. That's one of the things about this journey is that core wound and that energy that has created turmoil on your path, but is still part of the path, okay? It's actually on the other side of this going to make both of you so much stronger, wiser. You know, overcoming that shadow or integrating that shadow into the light just causes you to just soar on your journey. And so that's where you and your divine masculine have been able to really actually help each other. There's an activation there to overcome that core wound and that shadow. All right, so this next card is what connects the two of you. And for this, we have 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So you may have met at a job. You may have known each other through mutual friends. You very possibly could have known each other when you were younger and then had a period of separation before activation took place. And then you guys came back together. You may have been in a rehab or something like that together. What it looks like to me, though, is that you both met at a period of time when recovery was just beginning or just starting. So if you were both in marriages, it was time for recovery to start taking place, especially if it was an abusive relationship that you guys were in prior to meeting each other, which even if it wasn't abusive, there was a lot of emotional toxicity going on. Not entirely the karmic's fault, because it always takes 2 to tango, right? But lessons were there to be learned. That's why the karmics come into our lives, is to help us learn and we help them learn. It's like a perfect storm in order to promote growth and to teach us lessons. And so the two of you, however you guys met, came to each other at a time when it was time for you guys to transcend old paradigms and move into the new, like that rebirth that takes place when twin flames meet. What is the message from Spirit today? Excuse me. And for this, we have the Devil in reverse. So again, recovery. You guys are going through recovery, some kind of recovery. It could be from substance abuse. It could be from dealing with abuse from a partner. It could be abuse from childhood. It could be all of the above. It could be having to start over again and, you know, move to a different place and all of the things that come from that, like just a new fresh start is what has been needed. And that's why everything is happening. That's why the two of you have come together to kind of ignite that process. But in order for the new to come in, sometimes the old stuff has to die away, which can be a very painful, difficult, and triggering process. Source wants you to know that it's all going to work out for the better. Don't ever feel like things are not happening to you, or don't ever feel like things are happening to you. Remember that things are happening for you, okay? There is solutions to the problems. There is like there's always ways around the obstacles. You know, you can get over any hurdle, and all of the difficulties that you've been faced with are there to show you how strong you are. It's testing your mettle. Okay, your mettle is being tested, but that's because Source knows that you have absolutely everything that it takes to get beyond that and to alchemize turn the I can't talk today, the lead into gold. Both you and your divine masculine are ready and prepared for that. So going within, trusting yourself, trusting Source, that's the key for you. Okay, now we're going to look at potential outcome for you and your divine masculine. Where is this taking the two of you? What is the contribution that you're giving, the ascension that you're giving versus what they're giving? Where is this leading the two of you together? And for this, we have Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So you guys have had to deal with such difficult stuff and overcome such difficult things in your journey. That you guys have really learned at this point how to discern and decipher who, what, when, and where through intuition that you're supposed to like give your attention and energy to. I'll kind of say that again so it doesn't sound confusing. You will know who you're supposed to give your time, attention, and energy to. You will know when to step away. You will know when to put that time, attention, and energy in. You will know, where to go. You're going to be following a deep intuition together that is going to help you kind of climb out of the old patterns, the old programming, the old limitations and illusions of limitations. There's not going to be fear and lack for you guys anymore. You've experienced greedy people. You've experienced, going through jealousy and envy and having other people feel that way toward you. You guys have, outgrown so much of that negative energy at this point that you're just going to be sitting in a place of like stoic strength. And when that happens, that's when the two of you will come back together and experience the connection between the two of you differently, because it's collapsing the polarity, the push-pull polarity between the two of you. And when that happens and you experience inner union or divine union within the self, that's when that polarization between the divine masculine and divine feminine collapses as well, because it's inner duality that has to collapse first. All of these experiences, crazy as they may be, have helped the two of you get to a place where inner duality can be reconciled. And so that's a wonderful, wonderful and beautiful thing, you guys. I want to get you guys a oracle card really quick. And again, if you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out a lot. And I'm going to use my Oracle of a Mentee deck today to get you guys a oracle card. I really like this one a lot. It has Hermetic philosophy as the base or foundation. And I love Hermetic philosophy. I just love it. It's been a huge part of my journey. It's played a very important role in my ascension, as it does for many of us. If you guys have not already, I highly recommend that you read the book, The Kybalion. It's a great book, and it will teach you so much on this journey. All right, so let's reach in here and get you guys a card. I remain in balance with my emotions. All right. I'm going to pause it really quick while I find it in this book. This book takes a little while to find the proper card, so give me just a second. I don't want you sitting here while I'm flipping through it. Never mind, today that only took about 30 seconds, so wasn't that bad. All right. The ancient Egyptians considered the heart to be the most sacred organ, as do I. As this conscious center of emotion and memory was thought to be the key that unlocks the doors to heaven on earth and hereafter. Oh, you guys, look. This is twins, okay? Twins right there. That's duality. That's the Gemini. That's the twins, right? That's the yin and the yang, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. It is duality. And the singularity of the heart is what brings, and the heart awakening is what brings the twins together. So this is an amazing card to come up for you guys in this reading. In the Egyptian Book of the Dead, Anubis weighs the heart of the deceased against the feather of Ma'at, representing truth and justice. And if the heart is as light as her feather, you are granted permission to pass into the heavenly paradise of the fields of Hetep and Laru. However, if the heart is dense with the destructiveness of anger, vice, sadness, and wrongdoing, Amit, an Egyptian goddess known as the devourer or soul eater, consumes the heart, and you are unable to pass through to the next world. The evocative imagery of this otherworldly ritual the evocative imagery this otherworldly ritual invokes can be viewed as a powerful metaphor for the importance of keeping a balanced scale in this life with your heart in alignment with truth. A key for the here and now, which can unlock doors to higher realms of inner and outer light. Remaining in balance with emotions can be a challenge. The head and the heart can at times be in opposition with each other. Like the opposing hemispheres of the brain, logic and feeling don't always agree, yet they must work together in order to function as a whole. Such is the same internal agreement with the heart and mind. Reconciliation of thought and feelings allows life to remain light in balance with harmony of being. This harmony is a full spectrum of sound, color, feeling, and vibration, encompassing all the notes on the scales of experience. The light heart in relationship to a balanced set of emotions appreciates this all without attachment. The mind provides memory to serve as a teacher, a greater lens of awareness for reality, but it too does not attach to expectations, notions of wrong, or thoughts with ill intention for the darker notes on this infinite scale. I remain in balance with my emotion is a reminder to cultivate a consistent relationship between the feather-like heart and the objective mind, and to further apply I live in truth in daily practice. So how I interpret this is that, like, aside from what was just spoken about, of course, is that there's so many things that are coming to my mind right now. It's crazy because, again, this Hermetic principle and Hermetic philosophy, the 7 Hermetic principles, are something that have been a huge part of revelation in my spiritual journey. And they may be to yours as well. And having a feather-light heart is very important, because what that means is that you've gone through the process of, you only have a feather-light heart when you've gone through the process of ascension, which is that reconciliation of duality. And being in the higher realms of your conscious awareness, being that spiritual realms. Now, that doesn't mean we forego the physical or the mental, but it's a transcendence of the physical and mental, which allows us to be able to forgive mainly so that we don't carry around negative energy. It's Ramblin' Mike who always says, forgiveness is for you, not for them, because they don't even know you've forgiven them. And it's true. If we don't forgive others, then we carry around the burden of anger, frustration, hatred. You know, who's the one that suffers from that? We do, not them. They go on about their business. They don't care, whatever. They've got their own issues, you know, their own stuff they've got to figure out. Or maybe they do care. But either way, you're the one who has to carry the burden of unforgiveness. And so it really only truly hurts you. How do we forgive? We have to reconcile what this life is and what it really truly means from a spiritual perspective and not a mortal one. We have to transcend the mind and the body and recognize that the unseen is far more real than what is seen. Just like the reflection in a mirror is not real compared to the source. Okay, it's finite, it's temporary, it does exist, but it's not the source. And you need to go in and connect to the source. Your divine masculine needs to connect to the source. But you can't worry about what's going on with your divine masculine. All you can do is connect to source on your own. Okay? And then you just trust and let everything else work itself out. And when you do that, you recognize that everything kind of falls into place. Trying to do it out here like divine masculine is in the physical world is a waste of time. The only way to make change, facilitate change, to go through the ascension process is to stop focusing on the outward journey and instead focus on the inward journey. And divine feminine, that's what you are, the inward journey. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'm so glad that you took the time to stay here and stick with us and support the conduit. So we love you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.